I'm dreaming of the road again, set free in the wind.
Mom, I tried one. Oh, my toe. Huh? What is wrong? Huh?
I forgot I had apple butter, but I'm going to do some apple butter for breakfast on my toast. Support your local 4-H group. I think for Christmas, I'm gonna ask for apple butter.
A's off.
You did? That's a good job. I just like it on my toast.
No.
Today's little game plan. Thank you. We are gonna go ahead and go outside. We've straightened up as much as we could. And then we're gonna go outside, burn our energy. Then we're gonna come back inside, right?
Yeah.
And do a little bit of schoolwork.
Yeah.
After that, if they're good and we listen, we do our schoolwork, then we can go on a 4-wheeler ride.
No.
Let's grow.
But I can get more than we.
A lot of people do their homeschooling during the mornings, and I love that, but I just noticed that our boys kind of struggle sitting still, especially in the mornings. Like, they're used to being able to come outside and do the exploring and do all the things. And then morning time and evening time is kind of like the in-between of winding down, as well as just burning off the rest of that energy that they have stored away, and then bedtime. So I find it best at kind of like the afternoon, and like right before it hits evening is like the best time that they kind of like sit still, and they're just able to kind of like fully kind of pay attention, more so compared to now, because they're just so antsy, they have so much energy, and that's boys for you, you know. So I think this is going to be the best option for us right now. And also their age, like you also have to like take in their age. They're still very young, so they're just not used to just sitting still and just going straight from waking up to breakfast to do some schoolwork. And yes, we could do like 5 minutes and then do the rest or whatever, but like I said, this is just what I feel like is going to be best for us right now. Down the road, that could change. It could be tweaked. It could just whatever. I don't know. Play it by ear. That's the beauty of homeschooling. That's the beauty in just a lot of things. Wow.
Ice tool.
For your toolbox.
Yep.
I'm going to do a little bit of a Bible study. Alright, so my mom gave this to me. It's the practice copybook. I'm sure some of you have heard about it. I thought it was like quite cool. We've already worked on this. I gave the youngest the drawing one, and then the oldest, I'm kind of focusing on the number, but mainly the alphabet, because he has been counting and it's easier to do that compared to the alphabet. So I've been doing that. I've also done workbooks from the Dollar Tree. I have some. I can't find the one that the oldest and I were working on, so I have more in the garage. I have more in the garage, so I may like go and pull that out. But this is like my first number workbook that the youngest is doing. It's for ages 2 and 3. Found this at the Dollar Tree. If you have no idea about any of this, I think it's from TikTok or even Amazon. Comes with like special pins, one for each of our kiddos, so that's really nice. But you put this in there and the ink will go away. And it has like the tracing on it, like it's the actual indentation. But you just put it in, that's definitely off. But you draw in there and then eventually it just goes away. So I think that's quite cool. We typically do the basics on the whiteboard or chalkboard that we have in there, and I will kind of do that. Another thing that I also have them do is I will ask them to name a shape or a letter or a color. Colors they're pretty good about, so I don't do that as much. I just do it as just kind of like a little review. Typically on our whiteboard, I will ask them, hey, name me a letter or a shape, and I draw it, and then I have them tell me what it is after that. So that's kind of what we do with our whiteboard. We're not doing anything too fancy. I don't actually have like a set curriculum, only because we have been considering moving, and that involves moving states. Either way, I'm gonna have to like figure that out. So if you have any recommendations on a curriculum, definitely let me know. I'm not gonna tell you what state I'm in, just give me it, I'll research it, so on and so forth. Just typically do it long enough for us to kind of like conversate, practice. I don't want them growing frustrated. I want them to go into this enjoying it, and I don't want there to be any frustration. This can be very frustrating for their age. Let's table so we can do our schooling.
What for me?
Do we get all of this?
I don't know.
A.
A.
This is lowercase a.
Yellow.
We're nearing evening time now, and we've done all our schooling. We actually did like 30 minutes or so. We ended up like kind of had them color. I even went back down towards the house, switched out the monster trucks for their like balance bikes. They love using those for just areas throughout the property. Right now they're just driving it through the mud, all sorts of the boy things. But I want to make meatloaf tonight, and that takes a couple hours in the oven, and I still have to like put it together. I don't have one like pre-made in the freezer. I told them we had probably like 30 minutes or so, and then we need to head back down so I could prep it as well as put it in the oven, and then after that we can probably just like stay outside, but really like closer to the house. I need to make like potatoes and stuff too, so I'm probably just like sit on the porch while they play and peel some potatoes, get that ready, and so on and so forth. So it's a chill day. I wouldn't say this is every day, but it is many days out of the week. With the countryside, I wanted something so slow paced and simple living. That's not always the case for every day. Some days are filled like heavily with errands. Some days are like, for example, Sundays. It's kind of a little bit chill, nonchalant, as well as we have 2 services, and sometimes we go out with the church, so it's not even until like 4 in the evening till we get home, and then we have to go right back for evening service. So that's kind of like a church specifically day. And then some days it's like this, to where like we just kind of take it moment by moment and we just relax and chill, enjoy each other's company. And then there's like some days when it's like 50-50 of being productive as well as just like relaxing. And then there's some days to where it's like it really has to be productive, or sometimes it's just like an outing day, hanging out with friends and family. So it just really depends, but a lot of our days are spent like this, the slow pace, simple living, and I just wanted it to be set like that. That way they can have a childhood. The only way I could really explain it to the outsiders who don't really understand the concept of this life or haven't really experienced it is Little Bear. He has that just relaxing, not overstimulating, just type of the childhood aspect. And I want them to have a childhood. I didn't have the greatest of childhood. A lot of people didn't either, but I just want them to be kids. I want them to have a relaxed nervous system. I want them to be able to just grow that relationship with myself and their father and just be content little happy boys. Grow up out in the countryside. That's all I want. And so far that's been our goal. It's been about 3.5 years of living in the full countryside. And I'm so grateful that we can even have a life like this and the blessings that we have received. But we are so grateful for this, and I could not be any more thankful. I mean, I guess I could be, but I'm just like, I'm living in my prayers, and I really am grateful for that. Like, if you ever run into someone I went to high school with, I would like to hope that they would know this was my intent. Like, they knew I wanted to be a mom. They knew I, wanted to live out in the country. They just knew I was old school. So the fact that this is like the lifestyle is just so nice. Like, it really truly is, and it's just nice. I don't know, there's still some things I want to do, like make more homemade stuff, get some more livestock situations. Like, I really do want some honeybees. Everything else, down to pigs, goats, cattle, it's still iffy. I don't want to say never, because I could say, oh, I never want this, and then here we are, so maybe one day. It's just right now it's not fully the goal, because I want to have more time with the boys. If we get goats, I would like milk goats. and that requires having to milk them and so on and so forth. And I want to be able to just kind of like up and at it. Chickens are easier to take care of and have, and it's easier for people to come and watch them as it is other livestock. So I just want my attention to be elsewhere before anything else. And bees the same way. Like, yes, you have to attend to them, but it's a little bit easier than it would be having goats, pigs, or cattle, or horses, or golly, any other livestock. So I don't know. And then also depends if we move and stuff. But I'm just trying to be like a little chatty box. We're just sitting here and I'm just obviously watching them, but I don't know, I'm just really grateful. Also, yeah, fruit trees. Fruit trees are doing great, splendid. A few of my plants that I planted aren't doing too great, but some are. Because we had 2 frosts back to back and I really didn't realize it. Splitting the wood, we've been looking at houses, still house hunting. You know, if you haven't seen all my videos back to back, we did have a house under contract and we had listed our house, and within those 2 days, someone else made an offer and we had 72 hours and that 72 hours was up. And so, I don't know. We're just kind of taking it day by day and just trying to see like where God wants us to end up at and what he wants us to do and so on and so forth. But I'm excited for this journey of the homeschooling. I'm excited for enjoying the season that I'm in. This is like everything I dreamed of, like when I was in high school and when Austin and I had first started getting together. There are still some things I would like to accomplish. Like I want at least 2 horses. They're specific color, specific breed. Slow living, simple living, country living. It's all beautiful, but I basically just want you to understand that it's not always like that. Sometimes you have to put the work in. Sometimes you have to spend some days to where it's nothing but productive and you don't really get to sit down and drink coffee or your little drink of the day. Sometimes like you have to be busting your bottom to do what you want to do. Like you have to set yourself up. You have to stick to the routine, especially with kids. Like I had to declutter if I wanted the house to stay in a decent setting. If I didn't want it messy all the time. It still gets messy, but it's not like it used to be. Like I had to do that. It took literally these 3.5 years of doing that, going through all of the things, and it's still a process. It doesn't happen overnight. Like if you want this lifestyle, if you want the slow living, the simple living, all of it, whatever, you have to put the work in. It just doesn't come. It's not like how social media portrays it. And I want that to be known, that even myself, I still have to put the work in. I still have to have those busy days. I still have to have those moments or the process of decluttering, whatever the case may be. It takes time. It does. But also I could not recommend this lifestyle anymore, especially with kids involved, because our boys have been thriving since this has been our lifestyle.
Mama, am I in one bottle?